Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, some of you may be a little bit worried because we actually go to cryptobubbles.net. We can see, oh my God, Pengu. I've seen people talking about this, and this thing is, oof, big drop. But listen, overall, the markets are red. I just didn't expect this penguin to just be the biggest circle I've seen in a while. But overall, the markets are bleeding. Altcoins are bleeding. And, this is something we've discussed in the private Discord how, we are going to be getting shaken out over the next few weeks. There's going to be bigger pullbacks than some people do expect because the reality is after all of this, after this red sea, the reality is there's going to be very, very big pumps coming along. All right. And I've talked about this, right? You have to think about it from an institutional level, market maker level, that, the market makers know that people that are in crypto are looking to be making a lot of money. But they also know a lot of people are super, super emotional. And most people don't really know technical analysis and are lacking on the fundamental side. Okay. And, that's okay. That is okay because we have YouTubers like me and like other people that make videos that are for the most part pretty good. Obviously there are some people that don't make good videos in terms of information and they will get you wrecked if you listen to them, but there are a pretty good amount of eggs, good little chickens out there, I would say, that provide quality content. With that being said though, they know people are emotional. Historically, let me tell you, historically, Bitcoin was the most oversold at $16,000, people. It was the most oversold here in history. In history, it was the most oversold at the bottom, and it was the most overbought at $64,000, people. Okay. At $64,000. Sorry, it wasn't the most overbought at 64,000. Second most overbought at 64,000. So we can see people's psychology is very, very reverse. They buy up here and they sell down here. So what happens during red days? Well, when it's red days, people usually sell. And when there's a green, big, massive pump or big rally for a coin, that is usually when they buy because they think the momentum will continue. So you have to fight your emotions, and the market makers know that. So they're going to be shaking people out the next little while. Okay. We can see Bitcoin has been going up. It pretty much did hit $107,000, even $108,000 just a couple hours ago. And it's been slowly selling off, but it's, kind of steady holding it. And when we look at the Bitcoin dominance, we can see the Bitcoin dominance has been going up. We on this channel, if you've been watching the videos, recalled, this was signs of reversals, right? And if Bitcoin dominance is going to have signs of reversal, what does that mean? That means altcoins are going to start bleeding in general. Can Bitcoin dominance be going up and altcoins going up at the same time? Yes, but that requires a lot of money, right? That would require a lot of money where Bitcoin is the main factor, but altcoins are also getting pumped a good amount. But at the current moment, it seems to me, especially when Bitcoin holds its price, but the dominance keeps going up, that pretty much means altcoins are bleeding into Bitcoin. But listen, don't worry. One day, for a couple of weeks, it's going to flip and life-changing gains will be made, right? We talked about how there were a few signs of potential reversals, but I did say I want to see bigger pullbacks and bigger rejections off here, okay? Because this was nice on the daily, but we would have to flip this bottom over here, which never happened, right? We went down here and now we're creating a higher high, okay? To put in very simple technical terms, we have a low, we have a high, we have a higher low, we have a higher high at the moment. So we're creating a staircase up, okay? And this is where sometimes trading can get tricky and everything because there's multiple time frames, okay? And the most important for this, for confirmations, are pretty much the weekly and the monthly. But I would say the weekly mainly because usually in the weekly you could see already signs of reversal. When we go to the monthly, we can see there's a huge support at the 55% area for Bitcoin dominance. And I actually said before, a month or two ago, that if we ever fall and start trading below this area, that's probably going to be like the last confirmation I'm going to need that altcoin season is here. Okay. But as of right now, we have a big retest. We are in a monthly candle. there is still about 2 weeks, a little bit left, a bit less, for the monthly candle to close. So we will be monitoring that. But if things continue to be very bullish for the Bitcoin dominance, then we should be taking this high over here, creating some kind of new high somewhere maybe here, then another higher low, right? So it would be looking like a staircase going up. And if that's the case, I can see Bitcoin dominance going roughly to the 69%, right? 69%. So, altcoins might struggle. They might be going up slowly. All depends how much money there is, because like I said, Bitcoin dominance can be going up and Bitcoin can be going up and altcoins can be going up, but there has to be lots of money in these markets. So if that's going to be the case, altcoin seasons are going to sleep a little bit. And, pretty much between March and May is when I start or will expect for Bitcoins to start taking, becoming the face of crypto when things start reversing. Obviously, for me, that's only one indicator based off previous analysis and previous historical data. For me, it's more in these candles and in the dominance, right? When we go to the other chart where we could see, right, we can see everything. We recently retested these highs, and as you know, we went back down, creating a support level. Now, this weekly sell candle is extremely weak, but it would not surprise me if for another week or two that we kind of chill here before we do another attempt for the altcoins to start pushing out. Ladies and gentlemen, also something we have to realize, we are coming to the end of the year. So the yearly candle matters, okay? Yes, the yearly candle matters. We can see this is where the yearly candle is currently at, and this is going to apply for every single coin. This is going to apply for every single coin. Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin, altcoins. You can see the yearly candle is extremely bullish, right? Extremely bullish. And this is where we're at pretty much in the cycle. We're going to close somewhere here, right? January 2020 was nice. And then 2021, we're going to get some kind of nice, boom, but we're going to get some kind of rejection. And somewhere in 2021, or sorry, not 2021, 2025 is where we're going to sell, just like how you had to sell in 2021. Now we're going to go over the coins a little bit, but that's what I mainly want to talk about. Also, FOMC is coming out tomorrow. Something I want to talk about is the federal fund rates are going to be cut. Okay, there's a very high probability they're going to be cut. And historically, every time they get cut, crypto starts moving higher and higher. Okay, last time we saw pretty much September 18th, it got cut for the first time in a while. And we're going to see exactly where September 18th was. We can see this was the beginning. This was here. So September 18th was roughly over here when Bitcoin was at 66 or $60,000. Sorry. But that is when we actually broke out of this channel, went up, retested for a little bit. And that is when we had many confirmations that we were bullish, right? That is not a coincidence that we broke out of this structure and had a confirmation that the bulls were coming in. We talked about this on the channel back then, and I'm going to talk about it now. And then the next time we can see is November 7th. There was another rate cut, and November 7th was somewhere over here. It was exactly here. So we had rate cuts. The weekend happened, so it's slow data, right? Thursday was big. Friday was a little bit extra pump. Weekend doesn't really move ever. And then we can see the next week was just momentum. And then in general, it's been nice and green overall, going up and up and up. So I expect when the rate cuts to happen, I expect Bitcoin and cryptos to start moving faster and faster. And this is what we're going to want to see over the next few months. Now, rate cuts overall, it's not the best in terms of the country, but it's great in terms of assets and other stuff. And that is what we care at the moment. You might ask me, okay, well, what am I supposed to do with this information? You can do many things, right? You can just be sitting on the sideline if you already invested a good amount of crypto. Switching your coins out now is very risky, especially also selling your bag on red days is not ideal, right? Not ideal. If you are going to try to flip still a little bit, you're going to want to be selling on green days, okay? But overall, the timing of the market is just better to either buy more positions on red days or just simply wait for the bull run and altcoin season to happen, right? Flipping now is extremely risky. Selling on red days is never ideal because you're always selling on a loss. Buying on green days is never ideal, really, because you're buying when price is already going up. You're already paying that extra premium price, okay? Remember that. When you buy on a green day, that means you're paying an extra premium because the day before it was cheaper and now you're paying a premium. So, for me, if you want to do some Christmas shopping for yourself, right, you could be looking at certain areas to buy certain coins, like Render 770 would be a good idea. Myro, we could see Myro potentially retesting these bottoms back down to 8 cents, 7.5. Maybe potentially go back to this order block at 7 cents. Kaspa, we talked about how Kaspa could be reaching that 13-cent area, right? This area over here of 12.5, 13 cents could be a very nice purchasing area. I really doubt it's going to create like a triple bottom. That would scare me just a little bit, but you could try to wait for it, but it shouldn't be that deep of a retracements in my opinion, especially with FOMC coming out. But like I said, there will be multiple shakes. So overall with these coins, right, if you look at the bigger picture, you can be buying things right now. Okay, obviously not a financial advisor, but in general, when we look at all these coins, you can be buying all of them right now because as long as you sell during the next pump, during altcoin season, you're fine. Okay. So if you want to be getting premium prices for most altcoins, I would say 8 to 15%. You could probably get cheaper if you're a little bit patient. But at the moment, you have to decide what you want to do. If you want extra help or any guidance, make sure to join the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.